We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin. Last Friday, the job numbers came out. The numbers were not good, but even more important, it is obvious that a large number of people, including those in the White House, either do not understand the numbers or are deliberately misleading people about them. We're going to go into where these numbers come from and what they really mean. Now, let's start with how the government actually defines these terms. Some of them are self-evident, but it's important to be clear. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which compiles the unemployment numbers, people with jobs are referred to as employed. People who are jobless, looking for a job, and available to work are unemployed. The most important item there is looking for a job. People who can work but choose not to are not considered unemployed. The labor force is made up of the employed and the unemployed, and people who are neither employed nor fit that description of unemployment are counted in the labor force. And why that's important is we'll get to in a little bit. Now, the numbers from the most current jobs report said 210,000 jobs were created in November. This is less than half of the estimated 573,000 jobs that were expected. This is especially important since this is the holiday season, when the creation of temporary jobs is at its peak. The fact that so few jobs were created is a very bad sign for the holiday season, especially given how many places there are that are still struggling to find workers. Now, it's important to note that jobs numbers are always revised. This is because more data comes in after the number is released. For the past several months, we have had horrible job numbers, but they have been revised upwards over time. That isn't to say numbers are always revised upwards. They are just as likely to be revised lower. The point is that the initial job numbers are usually inaccurate. Several years ago, I spoke to a representative from the Connecticut Department of Labor about inaccuracies in their reports. I was told that individual reports are usually inaccurate, but the average over the year is accurate. So putting too much emphasis on a single jobs report is not going to give you an accurate picture. Now, the Biden administration has been touting the fact that the unemployment rate dropped to 4.2%. Now, while a dropping unemployment rate sounds like a good thing, here are the facts. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of unemployed persons fell by 542,000. Now remember, the number of jobs created was only 210,000. This means that almost 330,000 people left the labor force without new jobs. This is the real reason that the unemployment rate is dropping. It's not because people are returning to work. It is because they are no longer actively looking for work. They still don't have jobs, but according to how the labor force is calculated, the government no longer considers them unemployed. The Biden administration has also been pushing the number of jobs created since Biden took office. The fact of the matter is the government does not create jobs, regardless of the party in power. The jobs are created by the private sector. The government can slow the creation of jobs by placing restrictions on businesses, like higher taxes or vaccine mandates. Or they can get out of the way of job creation by removing restrictions, but they don't create jobs. Most businesses right now have many jobs available, but can't fill them. Part of the reason is that people have been paid to stay home and expect the government to add more payments through the Build Back Better Act. Another part of the reason is government mandates for vaccinations. People that don't want to get vaccinated are choosing to stay home rather than re-enter the labor force. There are also numerous other reasons people have for not returning to work. A lack of jobs, however, is not among them. That's the raw naked truth. You can catch the raw naked truth as well as the rest of the Exvadio podcast network at exvadio.com/podcasts. You can also find us on the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.